Alright, so I had a thought the other day, is that who this playthrough would exactly appeal to? Because if you're looking for a Half-Life Alyx playthrough, then you're probably not going to want to watch this because of the spoilers that the developer commentary has. And if you want to watch the developer commentary, why would you watch somebody talk over it along with the developer commentary enabled? So I thought, like, well, who would really want to watch this then? And of course, I came to the same answer that I come to for every single one of my other playthroughs, is that I would like to watch this, me, myself. And it took a few minutes before I started recording to look for this resin, and there's one resin right there. I don't know if you can see that. But there is like a resin behind this board here. Aha. So, now that I've said that we're gonna be encountering Combine like the past 2 or 3 areas, I'm gonna go ahead and say that we're not gonna encounter the Combine or any enemies at all, ever. That's just how this works, right? That was a very tricky place to hide some resin. I'm shocked they would do that. The game's not lagging or anything on me?
Combine. Russ, these guys have automatic weapons.
They're alien commandos. Of course they have automatic weapons. We'd have them too, but Combine weapons are gene-coded, so out of luck. Unless you find one that's unbonded, or you're open to some minor genetic modification.
I'm good, Russ. I'm just gonna roll with these genes that I've got.
Alright, let's look around here and listen to Combine sighting.
We always introduce new enemies at a distance, and never while the player is under duress.
Yep.
Here, the player is able to observe the Combine soldiers killing some wandering zombies, giving the player an idea of how powerful the soldiers are, and how they might operate in combat. We located the Combine far enough away that it was plausible that they would not notice the player, but close enough that the player could choose to engage, but remain relatively safe from return fire.
Really considered shooting that guy, but I don't know if I wanted to do that. I don't know if I killed him now, will he show up in a later encounter? I don't know if that's how that really works. So I chose not to do anything. There's really no resin over here? Can I jump down? Probably not. However, I could probably take this guy out. Honestly, I'd have a better view of them doing that. Whatever. Let them go for now. Hey! Oh my god. Did he just, like, disappear? I think he just disappeared. Which kind of signifies to me that those are different entities than the ones we'll encounter once we get down there. That's fine. Those people at Valve, they always like to introduce something to the player before it becomes relevant. And I did look up the differences in hard mode, and something that I didn't realize is that I didn't really think about is that apparently, you know, these health syringes I've been carrying around with me, they only heal like a third of a heart instead of a full heart that they would normally. So that kind of sucks a little bit that they aren't They aren't. Oh. Kind of sucks that they aren't really. Kind of sucks that they aren't really something that is going to be too helpful. Oh my god. That's amazing. I would have never thought to look over there. I stuck my head around. I was like, dude, there's no way. And yes, there is way. Ooh, we get some more weapon modifications. I mean, I already have my favorite, so which means I can hopefully do the pistol one. So yeah, hard mode basically just kind of entails less healing from your syringes, and enemies have more health, of course. Enemies are a bit more bullet spongy, and what else? And also, oh, I forgot the last thing. I completely forgot the last thing. But I do know that we want to do the bullet reservoir. This thing's really good. Look at that, we already have 50 resin. That's crazy. What was the last thing? I completely forgot. It was like enemies have more health. I don't think the ammo is affected at all. Which was the main.
Wow, check it out. My gun just keeps getting better and better.
You know, Russ, technically, I don't think there's a whole lot of your gun left anymore.
I'll tell you what, let's put that idea on hold for now. We can chat about my gun when you get back.
Did this just give me like free bullets? It did. This thing actually just gave me a free 10 bullets. This is very nice of it. Oh, nothing hidden over here? I'm surprised. I thought they would have hidden this like behind in some weird cranny over here. I know they like to hide resin where there is a weapon thing. Oh. Okay. Oh! That wasn't it. Wait a second. Can I grab this? Can. All right. I just let it go. Haha. Very sneaky. Putting a mod one next to a real one. Hello. Oh, I guess he saw me. Oh, what, you aren't gonna come? That doesn't seem that bad. What was that? That was like 7, right? That's almost a usually to take to be taken down. Let's hear what the devs what the devs had to say about that. The first Combine.
The first encounter with a Combine soldier caused a number of issues in playtesting.
Really?
The biggest one was that players were often surprised when the soldiers started shooting at them. Some players who were new to the Half-Life series had no idea who these soldiers were. But it's also been hours of game time since players saw another human, and we found that many players weren't willing to immediately start shooting. Some players also wonder why Alyx moves so quickly to killing other humans. This area was designed to demonstrate that Combine soldiers are hostile and will attack on sight, giving the player a reason to want to shoot back. It starts with the dialogue preceding the encounter, where the player overhears the Combine discussing the problem of scavengers in the quarantine zone. Then, when the player finally achieves visual contact with their first Combine soldier, they witness that soldier in the process of executing a civilian scavenger.
Oh. Is that what's happening there? I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what he was shooting at, but you know, my dumb brain should have probably put two and two together to see that he was killing this guy right here. He was killing you, guy. Nothing? Oh, this is close. Oh, actually, maybe it's just over here. Oh. Wow. That is something I would not have expected. A bit of hiccups there. Okay. Man, you guys are lucky that I cut that stuff out, because the only reason I cut that out is because I personally would not want to watch myself look around for like 5 minutes for something. Oh wow, yeah, look at this. They go ahead and put one like right here. Because they don't know how you are going to react to your first encounter with the Combine. Oh, we're down here. Okay. Alright, here we go. We got a health thing right behind us, so...
View Junction! We're here!
Oh my!
That's what's it! Get down!
There's one over there. Alright, who's the next guy? Yep, that's why I want the laser sights. There's only 2 so far? Alright, let me go back. Listen, if I'm given healing opportunities, I'm gonna take it. That's probably about as much as a healing thing would actually restore. Hey, they got some ammo on them. I forgot about that. I forgot about that feature. You know, the feature where you can actually scavenge dead bodies to get some ammo and some goodies. We'll listen to you later. Could they kill that zombie for me? Yeah, nice.
Ow!
Ooh, out of both.
Oh, I think that's the last of them.
Good, because we don't have much time.
Well, hopefully we have enough time to listen to this, fighting the Combine.
Squad Soldier AI has been a mainstay of the Half-Life series, so we were excited to see how their design would be impacted by the move to VR. Our early playtesting against a Half-Life 2 Combine Soldier AI in VR immediately made a number of things clear. First, the players did not like to be shot at, and often had a visceral negative response. The soldiers frequently ran at players at full speed, firing all the while, and we discovered that the speed of Half-Life 2 combat was simply too overwhelming in VR. Also, players took longer to do everything in VR, especially the core action of spotting and aiming their weapon at an enemy while staying in cover. As a result, the soldiers tended to live much longer in VR than they did in Half-Life 2. It was clear from these early playtests that the most common reaction among players was to immediately seek cover from enemy fire. So we started experimenting with changes to the Soldier AI, aimed at building a combat experience around players' tendency to seek cover. Early experiments were focused on keeping Combine soldiers at a comfortable distance from the player, while keeping them moving around enough to not have combat become too static. To create lulls in firing for players to peek out from cover, we prevented soldiers from shooting while on the run in most cases. To keep players from remaining stationary, we created a concept of flushing, where squads will attempt to flush the player out of cover, and we gave each class of soldier a different method of flushing out the player. But even in these early tests, it was also clear that players weren't capable of fighting soldiers until they'd gotten skilled in a number of basic combat actions, like reloading their gun without having to focus all their attention on it. So we were careful to slowly introduce the various types of soldiers, and even individual features within the soldier classes. For example, these early fights against Combine soldiers only feature the basic grunts, and these particular grunts don't carry grenades. This means they don't actually have the capability to flush a player out of cover. We found it was important in these first fights to give players all the time they need to learn to use cover effectively, before we start introducing enemies that could try and flush them out.
That's weird, because I would actually say that the soldiers that use grenades are actually easier than the normal ones, because I mean, obviously you have the gravity gloves, so you can just kind of flick them out of the air. Oh my god, look at that! They give you another healing station. Boy, how bad do you think they think people would actually do with this first encounter? Anyway, yeah, the grenade ones are easier because they aren't firing at you as much, and they're throwing grenades that you can just... I mean, the grenades that the enemies throw take forever. So, honestly, it's like, why do they have a shotgun cell? So it's like you have plenty of time to catch it and then throw it back. And while they're doing that, they're not fighting you or anything. So that's kind of weird. It's also kind of interesting that they don't have every single one of those soldiers have a thing on their back, because then that would maybe, oh my god, that would maybe make it like a little bit too easy. I don't know. I guess it's kind of cool that they're like, out of the 4 people, 2 of them had a tank on their back that could explode. And I just looked there too. Also, real fast, this is one of those instances where the devs don't want you to have a flashlight, because obviously, like, look at this right here. Oh, I guess you can kind of see that brick wall, but if you use a flashlight, the brick wall becomes very obvious, and it's like, doesn't really make sense that there's any, there's just a brick wall there. Oh.
There's a control station override nearby. You should have plenty of time to get the override back online.
What's down here? Gotcha. Yeah, I was looking forward to seeing how the devs talked about their first experience with the Combine, and I was not disappointed. It was pretty enlightening.
Alright, I'll be be able to stop the train right here.
You sure you can do that?
Absolutely. You just need to activate the terminal.
Nice.
Then you'll need to be ready for a fight. They're not going to give up your dad easily.
I'll be ready.
Okay. Yeah, oh man, we're getting to the good part now. Huh. Oh, that's just a dead end, I guess. Anything over here? This would have been a really good place to hide a resin, but alright, we're getting to a really exciting part now.
Right, that's the terminal there.
I'm on it.
Do hurry, though.
Yeah, I mean, I know you say like hurry, but we all know that nothing's gonna happen unless I act. Is that it? Okay, I can actually focus on the task at hand. I think we found all the resin needed. We got a little bit of a doubler here.
Yeah, there must be a battery around here somewhere.
Must be a battery around here somewhere. Wherever could it be? Is there anything in here? Is there anything in here? I've actually just recently learned that you can like destroy those crates, and it's kind of weird. I don't know if they ever put anything in those crates at all. Alright, well let's go ahead and turn this, go ahead and preemptively turn this right now. There we go. Alright, where's, oh. There's nothing in here? Wow, empty locker. Ooh, we got a zombie here. I don't see any weak points on you, sir. No, not on you, but the guy behind you. See one on you. Perfect. Alright, I love it when that works out. When you fire the right amount of bullets to take out the old clip and put the new one in. It's really nice. I need a finder for that one. Wow, I don't remember this. Was this always here? We're definitely seeing more than we're supposed to, thanks to my flashlight. Oh. Ah. Oh, last one. Isn't it always? Nothing else in here? Anything that the flashlight can illuminate for us? Quite literally, like in here? Alright, well, whatever.
Okay, no worries. But the train is coming.
Yeah, I've already set things up ahead of the time.
You're doing great.
Yep, doing great. No worries. No worries. No worries. No worries. No worries.
Okay.
Okay, now just re-engage the system.
Is this supposed to come off?
That's the opposite of what it's supposed to do, Alyx.
What do I do now?
Well, don't panic. Well, stop panicking if you
I'm
are.
not panicking.
Yes, but I am. We need to find another way to stop this train.
There's gotta be another way to stop this train.
Well, start
I hope that
walking. We
saves.
don't have much time. 10 seconds, Alyx. Okay, just throw the switch there. 5 seconds.
You gotta hold it.
Well, that worked.
Yeah. Wow. You okay?
I'm okay. Let's go find Dad.
Okay. That's always a really good one. Just having the train like be just mere inches from your face crashing that wall. That's really awesome. It's a really good one.
Right.
At this
Look
point
for
of
the
the game,
prisoner
we
transport
knew
car.
we needed a
Should
big
be
set
towards the
piece.
front of the train.
And now,
Okay, I'll find a way into the wreckage.
Okay, can you stop talking? Yes.
at this point of the game, we knew we needed a big set piece, a non-combat moment to reward players for fighting their way through the dark, scary tunnels. Not only that, but the pace of the story was leading up to its most important moment thus far, the rescue of Eli Vance. Crashing the Combine prison train that was transporting Eli felt like the exact right thing to accomplish these goals, and it gave us the opportunity to create some VR spectacle. We wanted to achieve the cinematic chaos of causing a train wreck, while giving the players an active role in the event. Our first attempts to design the scenario were a challenge. It turned out that directing the players' attention wasn't as simple as ensuring they were in the right position through gameplay. In our initial tests, players frequently failed to see some or all of the spectacular train wreck. The crash was one of the first destruction sequences we put into the game, so we had a lot to learn about player behavior in VR and how to direct the player naturally to immerse them in the chaos. On top of that, to continually hit our target frame rate, we needed to create a cascading series of events, so that only some of the destruction was happening at any given time. Sound design, level design, effects, and animation had to be carefully coordinated to lead the player's attention through each stage of the wreck. For example, at the start of the crash, we used the sounds of train cars piling up in the distance, encouraging players to look in that direction before one of the train cars lifts up and blasts through the concrete connector. At the end of the sequence, the smokestack collapse is used to direct the player's attention to their eventual path forward, and we wanted players to witness this destruction. Before bringing down the smokestack, we gave players a brief moment of rest, and, again, used sound to draw their attention to the smokestack. Initially, we used a rumbling sound preceding its collapse, but we found this to be too subtle in practice, and instead added the transient explosion sound, which drew the player's attention towards the smokestack more reliably.
How do you miss a giant train crashing right in front of you? I gotta wonder, who are these playtesters that like Valve got? They must have gotten quite a few non-gamers, because if you don't know anything about Half-Life in the Combine, I'd be very surprised. Oh,
What the hell are those?
I don't know, but we need to find Dad.
Yeah, no, I know. I've just never seen those before.
oh boy, yeah, we can get a really good look at them. Oh. Oh. Alright, well, if you know, you know. Fortunately, I don't think we can do anything over here now. Nothing spawned in, did it? Okay, let's just go ahead and continue on here.
That's your dad's prisoner pod.
Oh my god. Where's Dad? 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 Dad!
I'm over here, honey. I need help. Hurry.
Oh, jeez, really? Why is there a thing there? Oh, actually, I know why. Okay, I'll be
Hurry,
good.
baby.
Okay.
I can listen to this later.
I'm gonna reach out and pull you up. It's gonna be okay. You ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
Give me your hand. Oh my
Alyx Vance, I have come to help, as I said I would.
Thank you. Thank you. Just stay there. I'm gonna figure out how to get over to you.
No! Alyx, listen. The thing Russell and I found is some sort of super weapon.
A super weapon?
It's something big. They got it here in the QZ in some kind of vault, but they're about to move it. Where, I don't know, but it's gonna be soon.
Then we gotta steal it before they do.
Yes! And look. I managed to pocket this Combine data pod. If I can decrypt it, we can figure out how to use their weapon against them.
So what's the plan?
You head to the vault. I'll take this thing back to Russell's and get to work.
Wait, where is the vault?
Dad, where's the vault?
Look to the northern star.
Yes. Look to the star. Got it. Dad?
It's right in the middle of the QZ, and it's big. Get above ground and see what you can find. I will accompany the Eli Vance and ensure his safety.
Great. Thank you. Dad, I'm gonna go find this vault.
Go! Stay safe, baby. I love you.
I love you too.
I love you too.
Thank you.
Alright. We'll just stand here and listen to this.
For the rescue of Eli, we wanted to create a tense, just out of reach moment where the player physically saves him. But for the rest of the story to work, Alyx and Eli had to take different paths at the end of the scene. We tried a few different approaches, including a version where Eli was hanging from a ledge just in front of the player, and the player could reach down to attempt to grab Eli's hand to pull him up. In practice, however, players' hands would collide with the real-world floor. Not only did this make it impossible to reach Eli, it took players out of the moment, wrecking the emotion of the scene. Since Eli and Alyx had to take different paths, we tried an approach where Alyx rescued Eli, but he was injured and couldn't proceed. Unfortunately, many players would stick around, not wanting to abandon him. Eventually, we arrived at the solution that shipped in the final product. Separating Eli from the player with the Vortigaunt's rescue made for a much more meaningful return and fulfillment of the Vortigaunt's promise to help Alyx. The datapod that Eli found was an addition that not only let us integrate Eli back into the story later, but also gave him something to do, so there was a much stronger reason why he would not accompany the player on their journey going forward.
I like how this was just stayed here the whole time.
Hey, Russ. Keep an eye out for Dad, okay?
I'll let you know if he gets here. When he gets here.
Hold up. Hold up a minute. What's going on here? Can I get up there? Aha! I gotta stand on a railing there. I do a little bit of a Sonic grind. Oh, come on. Okay. Do the hard one first. Look, I do have memory. Wow. Just have a working brain. At least somewhat. What is going on in here? Don't tell me there's like one hidden underneath here or something. Oh, it is hidden in here. I think I was hidden underneath the traffic cone. Oh, this is where I was thinking about where the levels are going to end at. This is where I was thinking of. Alright, this level is called Super Weapon. Apparently you can't see that, which is really weird. Like, I don't know, there's this text floating in front of my screen that says Super Weapon. It says the name of the chapter. And for some reason, it doesn't sub on recording, which is super weird. Doesn't look like there's any resin in here, so I think we're going to go ahead and end it here, and next time we will continue on to look to the Northern Star. Hope you liked it. I know I will, because I'll definitely be watching it later, so if anybody else happens to watch it too, then that's just a bonus for me. See ya!